Hello and welcome back to another episode of DIY Skills with your boy Kev. Today I'll be teaching you how to repair your drum brakes, and this is a standard for most saloons built from 2001 back, and most cars you will find them with the drum brakes on the rear and disc brakes on the front, with a few exceptions of disc brakes on all four wheels or drum brakes on all four wheels for older models, especially for canters and lorries. Today we'll be diving into the brakes of this Nissan Sunny B15. It's quite beat up, but we are on the process of restoring it, and in the earliest moments of this restoration we'll start by looking at the rear drum brakes. And most cars come with rear drum brakes as a standard with the discs on the front, but today we'll just be focusing on how to service your rear drum brakes at your driveway. And this is a DIY that you can do using common hand tools. Tools you are going to need for this project today are quite simple. You can see it's just a screwdriver that both has a flat and star, or Phillips head screws for those who understand. This is a pair of pliers, a wheel spanner, and the jack and its components. This here is a stand that we'll be using to support the car once we remove the wheel, and that's the wheel we'll be working on. Always look for these grooves whenever you want to jack up the car along the running road. The wheel is up. Now we remove it. You can use the parking brake to stop the wheel from spinning when you are removing the lug nuts. At this point you have to secure the car from falling, so we have to put the stand before we remove the wheel. The other lug nut is missing, so we have only 3 on this wheel. I already loosened them beforehand. Ensure your back is secure whenever you're carrying the tire. We'll have to lower the car back onto the stand before we start working on the drum brakes, and ensure that no part of your body is underneath the car whenever it's raised on stands. Release the parking brake. This is the drum, and this here is the back plate. This whole area is where the wheel rests. You can see the spring and the shock right there. And oh, this one has like an inch of spacer. That's high. I'll remove that. Back to the wheels. So it should be easier to remove by just sliding out. The drum brakes from these ears are always secured using 2 screws at these holes, which this one do not have, and it should be able to come right out. With the drum removed, you can see the wheel cylinder there, the return springs, the hold down pin right in that hole, and that's the hub. On this side we are looking for, yes, ABS. You can see that's for the ABS sensor, and the ABS sensor is right, I don't know if my camera, yes, that's this one. Hold the pin back and press the top of the clip, twist, and it should be able to come out just like that. Next is the return spring, and to remove the return spring it's quite easy. Just use a pair of pliers and pull one end out. I'll go for this at the end. And just like that. And this should be able to separate. That's the adjuster, as you can see. So that's the wheel cylinder. And this brake shoe, lower return spring. Components for the parking brake. We have the brake shoe, the self-adjuster spring. Yeah, the cable comes through that. And this is the wheel cylinder with the dust boots. Going into the car, you can see where the cables for the handbrake go through. So right there is our handbrake, or parking brake for that matter. And when we remove this one, you can see right in there. Yes, that's the cable, and it pulls on the two wheels. This one is misaligned because we've already removed the parking brake for one side. I'm going to pull on the handbrake so that you can see how the cable actually pulls the brake shoe. We've already cleaned the suspension components and the braking components for reassembly. Insert the pin at the back, insert the brake shoe and align it with that. Put the spring back while holding the pin, and then put on the cap, press and twist, press and turn until it locks, just like that. Ensure the brake shoe lines with the cylinder like that, and always ensure you lock the cap at 90 degrees. Rotate it 90 degrees to lock it in place after inserting. Ensure it's anchored. Next is the adjuster, and remember the adjuster has two grooves on either end, and you can see they are different. So why is the difference? Well, the stepped one and the bigger one goes to the side of the shoe with the parking brake, and this one goes to the shoe without the parking brake. And when you look into our braking system, you can see this is the brake shoe. This is the brake shoe with the parking brake, and you can see that's the self-adjuster. And this is the one without. So this one goes here, this side goes here, and if you ask how the step goes in, you'll just see at right in there, you can see the step, and that's how you align it with this. You can see the step. So the shorter one goes outside towards you. That is, it has to sit like that, like that, and the other one for the other side too. Return spring goes in next, and this one also is easy. You can use just this ones right here. Use a pair of pliers, it's easier. Pull onto it. The drum goes in next, just like so. And one more thing, we have to adjust so that the play is not so much. Raise the car so that we can return the wheel safely. Sorry about the wheel, we are going to clean it once we are done. So return back the wheel, secure it down with the nuts, and remember, always do opposite bolts or a crisscross pattern when you're doing tightening of these lug nuts. And remember to follow torque specs because they do break. Remove your stand and lower your car.